Hi guys, the Happy Family is currently the fifth longest living family on the server ever. There have only been four families that have survived longer than the Happy Family in 2 hours, one life. Now, this town started about 9 days ago, and people have kept it going overnight since then. We have no idea when it's going to die, so if you want to visit it, be fast. But in case you're too late, here's a tour of how the town looks after 9 days. Enjoy! Let's go and give a tour of the town. So it's a little bit messy here. It is the closed room. This is where usually you get brought when you're a child. So if you get born into the happy family, this is a place you will probably be brought to. So that's why I start here, because it's easier to orientate yourself. So what's going on next? Let's go to the east, and over here we have a cotton area, which, you know, the farm needs some tending to, but there's plenty of cotton to go around. We have some berries to feed the sheeps. We have a little room over here for dyeing stuff. So you have alum, you have vermilion pigment, everything to dye your clothes in whatever color you may possibly want them to be. We have a massive maple farm here. It's a very big maple farm because, you know, when you build houses, you need a ton of maples. And someone joked that after you reach Iron Age or Steel Age, the game becomes Maple Branch Simulator because, or Maple Gathering, no, Branch Gathering Simulator? That was what they said. I think it was Branch Gathering Simulator. And that's not wrong, you need a lot of them. Over here we have a hut for storing everything related to fishing. If you saw my video on how to fish, you might recognize a few of these fish, but there's also a few others like shrimp and sardines and lobsters and crabs, which people have been fishing up. So what you see here are the animal pens surrounding the lake, and on the lake is where people do their fishing. We have a beautiful little arch here, a bell. Then here is our very first orchard, and also the only orchard we have at this moment, because honestly we'll never get rid of all this food. This is a lot of fruit. So this place is great. Underneath it you can slice your mangoes and eat them. So we have our little tables here. We have a grave that says that it's Astrid's tree farm. When planting trees, remember to water them a second time after 30 minutes. So here we have the actual tree farm with a little house of Astrid as well, where she has a little bit of food so she doesn't starve while she's working here. As you can see, there's still some trees that need to be planted, but there's also plenty of trees to go around for people who are building things. Now, over here, let's ring the bell. We have our little chicken coop, which is one of the loveliest additions to the town in the past few days. I know because I talked to people that this was done by Tanya with some help from Moon, who are two of our devs. So no wonder it looks pretty awesome. And the inspiration is like a little chicken coop on stilts. So that's what you might be seeing, a little chicken coop on stilts. So if we go up here, then, oh god, someone upgraded the well to a dry Newcomen pump. Which is particularly sad because this person said, don't upgrade all the wells. Deep well refills itself with time. Leave it be, and still they upgraded it. But it's fine. It's fine. It happens. It happens. Then over here we have the honey zone. The honey zone? The bunny zone. The bunny zone. I should have learned to talk before I became a YouTuber, eh? we have the duck place. This thing, it keeps changing. Last time it was not like this. It didn't have any goose in there. It's pretty amazing though. I love it. So this is the duck zone. I'm sorry, whoever is making this, I don't know who you are, but this is amazing. We have more animals over here. So we have the vegan sanctuary. We have alpacas, we have horses and chickens. We have some cows over here, some pigs. The black boar that will kill you if you don't know what you're doing, okay? And we have our leather making zone over here. There's always a shit ton of leather here, so if you ever need some, come and pick it up. Our very first farm, and also like a very complete farm. It's a good farm. Can't complain about this area. It's a good farm. It's a little tight, as in the hallways or the pathways are a little small. Usually you'd like to have them bigger for bigger towns, but it's fine, it works. Then we have our kitchen with our storage here, the actual kitchen over here, which you probably saw in one of my previous streams as well. The smithy over here, in my opinion, has a perfect size. And we have some cats on the windows, which is freaking adorable. Cats on windowsills. And over here, some storage where you can find your tools that come out of the smithy, and some bricks and some other items. Now, there are like train tracks over here. So over here, you see that there's a limestone pile, and this comes from the limestone mine. And then over here is another train track. Now, this one delivers both coal and iron. So, but at this moment, there's nothing over here. Our graveyard is insanely big. It is so freaking big. And all these graves have stories on them. Mama. Well, that is a very big story, Mama. Usually, guys, just put the person's name on there or something. Also, forgotten person already? Oh, okay. Anyway, Sunny Happy worked on the sheep pen at the cheese house and wore the fancy green outfit. I love my kid and Ramita. Could have been Eerie, to be honest. That sounds like Eerie. Fancy green outfit, loved her kids, worked on a sheep pen at the cheese house. That's probably Eerie. But yeah. Also have some random clothes here. Then we have the church. The church is sort of, you know, it's a bit weird. Like, it's been in some sort of construction phase for a while. I'm not sure what the goal is there, to be honest. Then we have our second graveyard, which has been filling up a lot slower. Not as many people are bothering to die in the graveyard because they're like, you know, we've got 10 graves already. We've been playing for 9 days. It's fine. Some new build over here. And then we are entering the library here to the side of the graveyard. Also, we are missing some stuff on the east side of town, I'm now thinking. This is our library. We have some lessons here about dogs. We have lessons here about cats. And we have some recipes here, like if you want to learn how to cook some items. And then people who are just telling stories. Stuff like that. We have our cat area over here. Also, guys, stop stealing pillows from the cat area, please. Eh? People just keep on stealing the pillows. Which isn't handy. Because it makes it more difficult for the cats to survive. But whatever. Then we have our dog area, which you also saw in one of our last videos. Yeah, it says, want to learn about playing with puppies? Check Cartoon Jesse's video on puppies. That's the one I uploaded a few days ago. So here you can see some of the puppies survived. Sadly, not all of them. Our little wheat farm, our subway, little garden, cheese house that we just saw mentioned on the grave. Some sheep in the cheese house. And just quickly feed that little sheep. Put it over here. There we go. Also, I'm hungry. Let's have some cheese since we're here anyway. There we go. Over here is a rubber making area, by the way. Some people don't know this exists, but this is where you should come to make rubber. This person seems a little sad. How to use map so your plane goes here? Ask Eerie. Ask Eerie. Don't ask me, I don't know shit. Honestly don't know much about planes, but Eerie knows a lot about them, and Eerie's in the game too. Here's our glasswort farm. So this is all next to the smithy, if you can still orientate yourself. Our glasswort farm, we have a little bamboo farm over here. It's all underneath the cheese house, etc. Little decorative forest, which I need to fix. I cut some bamboo down and I need to replace it with beautiful trees. We have the sweet shop, once again, built by Goldie, Jesse, and Eerie. Satisfy your sweet dude. There's some ice cream here. We have some pancakes, some honey bunny pie, apple pie. A little bit of food for people who are in the area. Then over here we have our hospital, which you also saw in my puppy video because I tried to heal myself here. There are some medic bags on the floor now, so it should be easier to heal yourself. Oh yeah, I wanted to make a little forest area here. Over here we have the vaults. So the vaults are basically, well, look, the trains are going. The trains are going. There they go. They probably got stuck at this point because it wasn't loaded in. But the trains are all going back to where they come from. And it's kind of cute that the vaults are near this train area. So you see that people have houses here. So there's Erie's. I got puppies in here, so I can, you know, put more puppies in the puppy zone if I need to. Henry is here. I think it's Basset Lover that's here, but Basset doesn't have a sign yet. Cass is here, Persephone is here, Deepwell is here, and Llama is here. So we have some people who have some vaults. This is basically to store things like your airplanes or your animals, things like that. And now you can see that all the cards have arrived back over here. So this system is so freaking cute. We can just fill up our card like this. Now this one is full, and we send it back. So this one will go back to the smithy. And you might be wondering, what is this area for? This goes to the coal mine. Let's just quickly go that way. Oh, those are also going. There they go. They are returning to the coal mine. These as well. Yeah, they get stuck if you don't travel past here. So it's good that I'm doing this little trip now. Some of them have traveled back. So over here is the coal mine. And once again, you can send everything back this way. There. They should be on their way now. So hopefully they will arrive at some point. Now what else have we got? Let's see. So over here is our oil rig, and we have a little ice cream place here, so you can eat ice cream here. We have a few places where you can have ice cream. You might remember that you saw some ice cream at the sweets shop, but this has ice cream too. They also have sugarcane and corn planted here, corn for feeding the cow, and sugarcane to make sugar for the ice cream. Tiny little decorative forest next to our second honey zone. Like, you remember the first honey zone was with the orchard. This is already the west side of town, so there's another one here, just so people don't have to run too far if they want to plant stuff in this area. Then this is my latest building, this little tool shed over here, tiny little tool shed. Just make sure that we can keep the area clean, because we had a lot of tools all over the place. Blue has a house where he's keeping some of his engines. Over here is a house under construction. We're waiting for it to be finished, but it's not finished yet. Then we have the... Oh yeah, you might be like, what are these texts? If you want to pause and read this, be my guest. This is basically a tutorial zone for newbies who need to learn how to you know, how to farm. If you want to learn how to farm, here's where you can learn how to farm. Has some texts so people know sort of what to do on the farm. Here is our Honk the Goose, and a tribute to Honk the Goose and the people involved in Honk the Goose's life. Once again, sorry for putting all this text up on your screen, but if you want to read it, feel free to press pause here and read all the little stories from the people involved in the story of Honk the Goose. Long story short, there was a guy who was a bit creepy in the game. Kind of stalkery and annoying, and we asked him to stop. You know, like, people are allowed to roleplay, and you can roleplay, but if people tell you a few times, hey, please stop, I want to do something, or hey, please stop, I'm trying to teach a newbie something, and you're kind of, you know, throwing me off, it's not easy, you know, teaching people stuff, please go away, because we don't have time for the roleplay right now, then, you know, you can respect it, especially in a big family like Happy, and just go and roleplay with someone else. That person did not stop, and it was coming to a point where I was like, okay, let's, you know, work on the farm, let's, or make a pizza or something, take a bowl, and they would take the bowl away, or take a knife, and they would take the knife away, and just constantly get in the way. So a dev came, Tanya is a dev, Tanya came, saw what was happening, tried to talk to the guy to stop. The guy didn't know Tanya was a dev, because devs don't show themselves as devs all the time, so the guy was also, you know, being a bit annoying, and didn't want to stop, and then Tanya bopped him, as in, we took out the ban hammer, tried to ban him, but my student, who was very new, his first life, got in the way. He was just standing close, he was just like, hey, what's happening here, just reading the text as people were chatting. And he got bopped and killed too by accident, so yeah. Luckily the new player came back, and we were able to explain that it was an accident, that he got killed, and he could laugh about it. He was not offended in any way. He understood he'd gotten in the way of someone being killed, so yeah. Anyway, here's the limestone mine that I mentioned earlier, and yeah, that is most of the west side of town here. So we have the shrine, we have Honk the Goose, We have a few little houses that are still, I think, semi under construction, these two. Maybe this one's finished, but this one definitely is not. I know whose house this is, I'll keep quiet. This is Neko's little gazebo area. Yeah, and now we have the sweet shop again. Now, if we go south, this house, it's sort of like an art gallery. It has beautiful paintings. I thought it was meant to be like a nursery, and I think that might be it, because look at here, we have all these teddy bears here, so I'm guessing this is going to be the nursery for children with an art gallery or maybe tutorial. Oh, over here we have some housing being built. We already have some of the most beautiful houses I've ever seen. The little blue house. Also, I am hungry, so let me just take some jerky maybe. This is a really cute little house, and over here we have Erie's greenhouse, which is also very lovely. Let's eat something from here as well. Erie has a beautiful little garden around her house, and over here we have, as you can see, back to the limestone carts, and underneath it some horse storage and bicycle storage. We also have a nice little yellow house, tiny little garden to go with it, and this house is the tailor house, so here you can do more tailoring. Not to be confused with the house where you do all the dyeing. Dyeing with D-Y-E. Dye. Not dying as in, you know, killing yourself or something like that. But yeah. Anyway, here is another little cotton farm. And I think this area I showed you, this was Esfred's place. We're almost reaching a conclusion. You might be like, Jesse, why did you want to show us this in the first place? Because we are now one of the longest lineages on this server ever. We're top 5. It means that only 4 families have lasted longer than this particular family. So we're still trying to break more records. We would be happy to reach number 4 at this point. We're just taking it one step at a time. To get to number 1 spot, the family would need to stay alive for 2 more weeks, which is kind of insane. And I don't know if that's possible. I kind of feel like it might not be. If you're like, Jesse, what the hell is this? This is the dance floor, and as you can see, the crabs are raving, lobsters are dancing, and the other animals are also giving it their best. You can have a drink here usually. There's not a lot left except for 1 bottle of wine. But if you're really thirsty, you can also go this way. And don't look at the dead domestic mouflon that's been here for like a week. This is the chocolate place. You can have hot chocolate here. And you can basically make hot chocolate with the cocoa beans from this tree. And you also need the banana leaves from this tree. So it's a pretty cool place. You need to milk the cow, of course, so once again a milking station is set up so people don't have to milk in the other side of town. You can just do everything in this house. Then if we go over here, this is more stuff that's under construction. Sometimes you find notes. Construction site of Q's shed. So Q lives over here, and Q has made himself a nice little forest. Yes, may the forests I plant help this town. I'll leave you with samples of my favorites. So these trees are basically some trees that we can, you know, take cuttings from if we need them. This is a lovely little house. The only thing I have to say, guys, put some floor behind your things here, you know? We don't want to see the grass through the windows. Just saying. So, beautiful house, nice little painting here. They have the wooden barrel with Lotus. And for those of you who don't know, I designed this. I designed the wooden barrel with Lotus. Well, you know, Lotus was in the game, wooden barrels were in the game. I combined the 2 of them, so I'm very proud of that, to have contributed to the game, and more than just, you know, videos or stuff and playing. Yeah, I love this house. This is a really pretty house in my opinion. If you're like, why are these trees here? Particularly these trees, that is for making wagons. So it's a good zone here to make wagons if you want to do that. Over here we have our beautiful stables, which is above the farm. And then, yeah, over here we're back to the disco. So yeah, I'm sometimes going back over the same spots, so, just so you get an idea what is where, right? Because it's such a big town. And I can't wait to see it develop further. This is the airport, by the way, so people can fly into this town. If you are new to the game, don't take an airplane and fly away, because chances are you won't make it back. It's a difficult mechanic. And yeah, that's just what I'm saying. Also, secret hidden house here. What is this? The Witch's Hut. Ongoing material brewing. Magic sealed area. Do not touch. Oops. Oops, I just touched it. But yeah, there's another area over there. Very nice little forest that they planted around it. I'm very glad to see people planting forests because I think they look great. I think I'm done. Yeah, I went through this area already. Did I focus on one of these houses here? This is, yeah, I kind of glanced over this house. This is the house of Zut. The house of Zut. Zut. Don't touch the clothes box. I don't see any clothes, so they might be in town or someone touched the clothes box. Either one of the two. And this is another ice cream area, which is not properly set up yet, I feel, but, you know, it might still happen soon. Did I show you guys Pizza Hut? Did I even stop to show you Pizza Hut? The Pizza Hut? So here you can have pizza, by the way. It's the Pizza Hut. People leave me reviews. I deliver pizza to them. And then they say, pizza had no pineapple, so 4 out of 5 stars this time, Eerie happy. And pizza was 500 years late, but I give you 5 stars for it being free, Eerie. So yeah, here we make the pizza. This is like the working zone. I am so happy with this little design. I think it's super cute. The only thing is I keep the raw pizzas here, and then when the table is empty, I cook them up, or I deliver them to people that ask for a pizza. And it's so much role-playing fun, and I usually tag people on Discord that I'm on the way, and then I send a picture of where I am, like a real delivery driver. It's super fun. It's super fun. So yeah, guys, that was it for the tour of the Happy Family at this moment. I hope I showed everything. If you guys feel like I forgot to show off any of the buildings, let me know. I think that when we reach number 4, I might do another video where I just show off the town to everyone so people can get an idea of what has been built here. I think it's oh, the AFK room. This is also a fun little room. I didn't show that one off, did I? But it's part of the kitchen. If you need the AFK, just go in the AFK room and people know. But yeah, I'm going to log off now. Well, log off? It's not Twitch, it's YouTube, which means I'm going to stop recording? I am still getting used to this, guys. I am active on Twitch as well. I haven't streamed in a while, but I will be linking to that as well in the description of this video. So if you guys want to catch me on Twitch one of these days, yeah, go to my Twitch and follow me there, please. And if there are specific things you wish to learn or to see, just let me know, and I'll see you guys around. Bye!